Question 16 is about finding the possibilities or probabilities using a binomial theorem. Yeah, we are not going to expand the entire binomial expansion. We will just use a particular formula and directly get the answers. Now, look at this problem. Alfonso is taking a test that contains a section of 16 true-false questions. How many possible sets of answers to these questions have exactly 12 correct answers or false? Now, the most important thing is it's not about probability. If you look here, they are just telling you possible sets. It's like a counting problem. If you recall the formula, NCX, that's it. This is the formula we'll be using. Total possibilities. Now, how many total number of questions are there? N is 16. What is the consideration? What we want? How many false of 12 set, right? So X will be 12. So the answer is 16C12. Now I'm not going to use the formula because it's the electronic part. I'll directly use the calculator and solve. In your calculator, all you need to do is press 16, then press shift, and C is given by shift and division. If you wanted P, it'll be shift and multiplication. NCR, the X value over here is 12. The answer is 1820 possibilities. Similarly, they have just changed the X value in the next question. What if they want 8 true answers? Just make the X value from 12 to 8. Here you go. The answer is 12,870. So this is how we can easily solve it up. But all the other problems are of probability. Now, for such problems, you have to use the formula. No need of expansion or anything. Just this formula. NCX, probability X, this is considered of the success, and the failure would be N minus X. So this is the formula. Now the probability of a certain sales representative successfully making a sale is 1/5. So let us make proba P making a sale as 1/5. And what about the sales? What about the Q value not making a sale? Before we continue, Q will be, if 1/5 is going to make a sale, 4/5 is not going to make a sale, isn't it? Now, how did you get that? If you're thinking how, it's very simple. It's 1 minus 1/5. Always, if you know the P value, Q will be just 1 minus the P value. Okay? So Q is equal to 1 minus P value. That's 1 minus 1/5. You can put it in the calculator. You will get not 1/4. It's 4/5. This is it. Now then, we know most of the thing, but still it's not all the information we have. The sales representative has how many appointments? It's 12. That's N. N is 12. Find the probability that the sales representative makes no sale this week. The P value is denoted with X. How many sales is making is X. No sales, so X is equal to 0. All I do is substitute all the values now. 12C0. P value is 1/5 to the power 0 and 4/5 to the power N minus X. Always this minus the X value, it's 12 minus 0, it's 12 itself. You don't need to do any of the simplification. Directly we'll use the calculator. Here now it's 12, shift and this division symbol for C, 0, multiplied with, use your brackets properly, and please put the multiplication sign, otherwise your answer will be wrong. Over here it's 0 and then multiply it with 1, sorry, it's 4/5. 4/5 to the power 12 minus 0 is 12 itself, but let me write it as it is. The answer is, see now, whatever the answer you get is not in percent. They will generally ask in percentage, I believe. Let's see, yeah, it's in percentage. So what you need to do is multiply this by 100, you get the percentage. It's 6.87%, or it was 0.0687. You can see over here the substitution. This is the answer. Now for the B second part, they have told the sales representative makes exactly 3 sales in this week. So out of 12 he is making 3 sales. So all I need to do is this 0 becomes 3. That's it, nothing else, no other changes. Here X value, in the previous case no sale, so X was 0. Here X is 3. And what else? 12 minus 3 here. And the answer is 23.62. So 23.62%, but if you want to write in decimal, it's 0.2362. This is it. So it's a simple problem. Okay, now again, there's one more condition where he makes 10 sales. So all you need to do is make this 3 to 10. See, the thing is, they have clearly told us the probability he makes a sale is 1/5. So if he goes for 5 sales, he'll just make 1. Okay. Out of 12 is about to make about 2 or 3. But they have made it 12, 10 out of 12, which is very, very unlikely. See, the probability will be very, very low now. Let's see the answer. It is 0.0004. You can see there are -4. That means 1, and then there are 3 zeros. Okay, 1 will be for getting beside the 4, and then -3 will remain. So it's 3 zeros here. So that is it. That's how we solve this problem. The next question is about wildlife. Suppose a biologist is studying an endangered species of gibbon, has found that on average 80% of gibbon offsprings are female and 20% are male. Zoo workers anticipate that their captive gibbons will produce n offsprings and want to know the probability that none of these offsprings will be male. Okay, yeah, they have told the first question, no male offsprings. Okay, the biologist can use a term from the binomial expansion over here to solve this problem. You don't need to expand this, we just do it by formula. Assume the zoo workers expect 30 gibbon offsprings this year. So n value, let's write what we know. N is equal to 30. Now what is p value? Over here, you can take P as female gibbon offsprings as well, this probability. But now over here, you can see they have told no male offsprings. If I take X is equal to 0 male offsprings, then what will be P value? It has to be male. What is the male probability? It's 0.2 male. Female over here, if I take it as Q, 0.8. That's female. So I can take P as 0.8, but then X value will change. It will not be 0, it will be 28. You should make sure X and P matches. If it's male, then this also has to be male number. That's the thing. Now the formula is NCX, P to the power X, and Q N minus X. So how do we solve this? Let's substitute 30C. What is the X value? It's 0 in this case. Probability of 0.2 to the power X is again 0, and 0.8 to the power N is 30 minus 0. So this is the condition. Let's just put in the calculator and we'll get the answer. So here it's 30. C is by shift and the symbol over here 0 multiplied with 0.2 to the power 0 again multiplied with 0.8 to the power 30 minus 0. And the answer is, now I'll just put a multiplication sign again, just like the previous problem, multiplied by 100. Now it's in percentage, it's 12.38%. Oh, sorry, it's not 12 point, it's 0.12. Why? Because I already multiplied 100. The answer is in percent directly. Otherwise, the answer would be 0.0012. So because it's 3, we just leave it as 0.12. Now the next one over here, they have told if it's 2 male, so X will be 2 here. So let me just change it all over here. Wherever X was 0, make it 2. So there are 3 places where we use X, right? 3 places in the formula. So let's change all of those places to 2. The answer is 3.36%. 3.37, you can take round it off over here. 3.37%. There are one more condition. Over here they have told female offsprings. See, there are 23 female offsprings, but that should be this answer. Can you see it's n minus x must be 23. If the female offsprings are 23, what is the male offsprings? It is 7, right? So this will be 7, x will be 7. Because I've taken p as 0.2, x value only can be of male offsprings. So I'll take this as 7 over here, x as 7. And now what do I do is, I just have to substitute over here. This is it. Only this will change. 7, 7, 7. That's the only thing. Always remember, whatever they give is not x. You need to know what is the p-value. If it's for male offsprings, then see how many, if 23 female are they out of 30, Meal will be 7 and then substitute the values. So here it's 7 and over here as well is 7 and lastly we have 7. So answer is 15.38%. That's it. That's how we solve this. And the last problem here about bowling. Cattle averages 2 strikes every 10 frames. What is the probability that cattle will get exactly 4 strikes in the next 10 frames? So here again directly the formula NCX. We have P to the power X, Q to the power N minus X. The probability that she strikes is 2 by 10. And so what is the N value? How many frames are there? N is 10. And how many do we want? The strikes must be 4. So it's 10 C4. Probability is 2 by 10. We need 4 in that. And Q is what? 1 minus. So it's 8 by 10, isn't it? If she strikes 2 by 10, 8 by 10 times she'll fail, right? No strikes. So it's 8 by 10 to the power. N is 10 minus 4. You can write it as 6, but since we are using calculators, substitute it, directly put in the calculator. Here it's 10, C is by shift and this division symbol, then 4, multiply it with, open the brackets, 2 by 10. Close the bracket, raise it to the power 4, and multiply this with 8 by 10, and close the bracket and raise it to the power 10 minus 4. The answer is 0.0888, or you can take this to the other side, it will be 8.8%. Okay, they have written it in percent, so I'll just multiply this by 100. So it's 8.808, right? So it'll be 8.81%. So that's how we solve these. They're all pretty straightforward if you remember the formula, and that's it. That's the end of this question.